Ladies and gentlemen, this is Eddie Marcus again, and I'm getting ready to go to bed this night, the 17th. I got this message, and I'm going to direct this message to the Antichrist, the church. To the church. For me to call you the Antichrist, I must have the evidence. Do you know your role as the church is to keep the earth informed of the righteous way of life, to guide, to direct, and be the light of God here on this earth, so the people can understand that there is a better way, and that is the way of the divine, the way of God. Your duty, my friends, is to represent that, is it not? Your job is to protect people from evil, to protect people from lies and cheatings and stealing and terror and those things that create racism and bigotry and hatred and poverty, crime and violence. Your job is to reveal the way of life that will not allow these things to occur. That's the duty of the church, for the church what? Represents the will and the Spirit of God. Who are they? They are the divine children of God. Why are they divine? Because they have received something that others haven't. And what is that? That is the true knowledge of God. In other words, God has done for them and eliminated the doubt of God's existence. How many of you can say that is you? Well, that's not the question today. The question today is, why are you called the Antichrist? You see, the world is as it is. And we all understand that the world is absent the knowledge and will of God. In other words, what we in the world say is that we're just running wild. And because we are not with God, we got to be with the almighty Satan. And those who are not, well, who are they? They are those that are with the wonderful God. And who do those that serve Satan do? Who do they serve in their way of life? Satan. So let me ask you, ladies and gentlemen, the true evidence that you are the Antichrist is to look around you, and all you see is hell. All you see is hell. The church, represented with the Democrats, on the reverse represented with the Republicans, on the reverse represented with Trump, even over there partnering with him. Ministers who founded their own church and passed it on down to their sons. Has nothing to do with God. And so this world is lost. And the challenge, the call is for exposing you hypocrites. Now, many of you don't know that you're hypocrites because you listened to preachers who read the Bible. You listened to preachers who faked it, wanted you to believe that they know God just because they can remember scriptures, and you can identify them everywhere they go. You know why? Because they'll always say, my Bible says. See, they know the Bible. The thing of it is, their interpretation of the words that they read is limited by their understanding and the indoctrination that they've received in whatever society that they are in. In other words, their words are limited in meaning as their language is. If it's English, it's English. doesn't mean you can understand Spanish or anything else. So they're limited by something that is of spirit that they do not have. They don't have it themselves, and they are not being given information by anyone led by that spirit. 36 years ago, God sent me and told me to tell you that you are on the path to hell. The world is leading that path. They're on that path. It's creating that path. It's like taking like the Pied Piper hammer, taking the whole world straight down and destroy them. Laugh at God, the loving, wonderful God. And here you are. Here you are. Your duty. And what is it that you do? You join the bandwagon. Preachers preaching for money. Got you judging whether they are saved by the amount of money they got and by the jets they got and how big a seeds you plant trying to get you some. Ask yourself, what have you seen these preachers do for God? I ask you preachers, especially you mega church preachers, what have you done for God? What have you done for God? Well, we all know that you can't do anything for God unless you do it for the people. And what does it matter? It matters that guarantees them life, the fulfillment of life, the fulfillment of their dreams. But you don't understand that because you walk right according to the systems of the world. Why? Because you are the Antichrist. People are looking for God, and you're out there talking like you know God and don't know a darn thing about God. All you got to look around and see all these different churches. None of them can come together, and all of them using the same book saying, my Bible says. It is my duty. I've lived 70 years. I've lived my lifespan. And I want to tell you, you're living at a time that you don't want to get old. Because the world does not give a stink about you. And if you live a very long time, you might find that out. But the hope is that my telling you that you don't know anything about God. Everything you do basically is an insult to God. Man, go on, get mad and get over it. Let me tell you, let me say this to you. Your job is to see the evils and expose it, but not leave it there. Show the solution. Reveal the solution. Stand up for the solution. Represent the solution. That love may be glorified. That life may be glorified. That the answer to whatever that pain and suffering is may be glorified. Stand up for that. That's your duty as the church, the real church. You can't do that faking it. I'm talking to those who might be real and want to be real. You see, there are many good people, very wonderful good people, but the devil laughs on them. I mean, he rides that easy and smooth. Good people, they don't want to rock the boat. They don't want to get their hands dirty. They just want to be delivered. And all the pain and suffering going around about them, no, they might support charities. They don't want to really draw attention to themselves, but they want to be known as helping somebody. But get rid of the problems like God plays that game? Are you kidding? Yeah, ladies and gentlemen, I want to take this time to tell you as far as I see it, based upon what God has given me to see, what he has taught me about me and you, what he has shown me, what he has exposed to me about you, the church. It is my duty and responsibility to stand before you and tell you that as I see you, you are the Antichrist. And the only way you can get around that is to be different. And how do you do that? By trying to create heaven here on earth by using the method of love. And do you know that? If you got the spirit, you do. Otherwise, you're going to keep on pimping people, keep on trying to get more money, writing more books, swear you got something going on, and we're going straight on ahead with people worse than Trump. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for giving me this your moment in time. This is Eddie Marcus saying goodbye for now.